Hello, I'm going to do some reflection on today. Today's the 21st of June 2015 and it's the summer solstice, and it's also Father's Day as well, and well, Father's Day in the UK. And it's interesting how they both converge. You've got the sun rising in the morning, as it does every morning, but we have the longest day and the shortest night. And the sun is at its strongest, most yang time of the year. In fact, in China, they will refer to this as Tai Yang, which means great or supreme sun, or yang. And if you think about what the difference between the sun and the earth, we've got Mother Earth and Father Sun. And it's quite nice how today we're actually celebrating them both together. So happy Father's Day and happy solstice. The solstice being a day of inspiration, and really as the sun really takes effect, although the days are going to start to draw in, we haven't had the strongest moment of the sun. What is to come, hopefully. I live in the south of England, so I'm quite lucky. We're going to have a nice hot summer, so we've got more and more to come, and that will allow the harvest to become golden, like you see within the fields, the golden fields, and we can allow this gold to become part of us as well, and we can allow the gold to then to emit out from us as well, and we can have that nice loving exchange. This part of our soul that we all have, that we can just allow to just ooze out. That's part of us, and we just allow this to come. Yesterday I noticed a lot of anger from people, lots of really kind of sort of frustrated energy there, and that's I think a moment probably unknowing of the energy shift changing, where we go from one time of year to the next, because now we are really in summer, although there's lots of speculation about when summer starts. We create the concept of summer. Nature is as it is, no matter what. So that's really a debate there for us humans and no one else. And today I had some interesting experiences while working. I work in a few different places, and the interesting thing of expectation, which is a theme that comes up quite a lot for me, where people will want something and they don't even own it yet. It's still kind of there in the ether. It's not physically in their hands, but in their mind it's already there. And sometimes they feel like something is taken away from them. And this is something we have to kind of sort of accept, that nothing is real until the present moment, and we can't hold on to things that don't exist yet, because we just don't know what's going to happen, and we have to allow ourselves to actually enjoy each moment as it comes. So to be unhappy when something doesn't exist is not actually given to you, I think is something that we need to kind of allow to let go of. Working in shops in retail, I experience this an awful lot, where people have an expectation of how their day should be. They go out and they look for a certain thing, or they want a certain thing, or they've written something down and they've seen it somewhere and they want it, and they want it today. And if they don't get it in time, then everything is that's it. The whole world is going to implode. And it's interesting watching this happen over and over again, where we live in a society that feeds on basically wanting things, and this is not really something that we were here to exist for. If you go back to when we were living in caves, so to speak, what did we have? We had each other. and we've, you know, I know there's jewellery that's been made, but that's been made by our own hands, and that's what really something that I really like is something that's been homemade, or spending time with other people. And you know, when we think back to what today is about, it's Father's Day, and it's also a day of inspiration. Inspiration comes from connecting to the divine, that Arwen, that inspiration that comes from out here. You can't see because my arms are too far away. If I do that, you can just about see. So, you know, it's something there that we have, but we don't have that without having that connection. And these days we have too much distraction from adverts, from people telling us what we should think and how we should be, and saying if we're not this, then there's something wrong with us, and we kind of move away from our true selves. So let's look at that aspect there today, and also look at you know, family, ancestry, where we come from, and that real enrichment that we have. That, you know, that's really, really important. That's part of who we are, and it is enriching. It's something that really helps us move on. You know, we can ask, like today, you know, I called up my dad to say happy birthday, happy Father's Day, and it was a really nice chatting to him. And you know, if I need advice, you know, I'll talk to my mum and dad. That will never change. And you know, sometimes they might call me for advice, although I think they're all right. They're really wise people. And it's something that we can really, really appreciate. And then what's the other aspect? Well, we've got the oncoming of the sun, sort of allowing the crops to grow, and then waiting for that harvest, that gold that I was talking about. The gold is basically fire. It's fire in physical form. If you go back to the myth of Taliesin and Ceridwen and the Cauldron of Inspiration, the very, very last thing that Gwion, who transforms into Taliesin, turns into, is a grain which represents fire. And Ceridwen transforms into a hen and eats this grain, and it goes right into her womb. So you've got that conversion of fire and water. It goes into that womb, into her womb, and then it sort of she becomes pregnant, and then 9 months gives birth to a transformed, all-knowing bard that is Taliesin. It's a really, really good tale. It goes on more. There's actually more in depth than a lot of people generally look at it when you look at the myth as a whole. But it's important to know really what our goals are and allowing us to move forward. So if you've got something that's been kind of in that state, you can really, really bring that between now up until the next pagan festival, which isn't long. It's 6 weeks, about 6 weeks from now. Really allow that to come into physicality, because that's what we're here for. We have something that comes into our mind, and then from our soul, it sprouts out, and we get that in spring, and then it flowers. The flower comes, and then we get the seed again as the cycle goes through. But with that flower comes a fruit, and you eat that fruit, and that fruit there signifies our harvest, and it's what we want physically to come into into a real reality, to physical reality. So it's a really, really important time to bring that Arwen in, and to allow whatever you want to exist in physical reality to come through. So really, really work with that. The best thing, first of all, today, this evening, is to just try to just sit in stillness and just allow anything to come in, and have a notepad in front of you, and write what comes, and then take it to the next step. It might involve actually getting a seed and planting it, and allowing it to grow, or lighting a candle. But put it into action. Nothing happens without action. And so we've had rain these last couple of days, heavy rain yesterday, and I think the weather's going to change and turn, and there'll be sun. So you have the rain, the water and the fire that comes together. So without that, you can't have anything to grow. And then there's the movement, but we need to allow the movement to happen. We can't sit there and wait. So go for it, and good luck to you all, and thank you. Blessed be.